Hello, 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 and welcome to Create with Chris. My name is Chris, and I am here to demonstrate how to make a card using the Delivering Cheer stamp set. For those of you that ordered my October kit to go, these are the supplies that you will need. In your kit, you should have 2 pages of Blackberry Bliss, two card bases. I shouldn't say 2 pages. 2 card insides of basic white. You will have 2 pieces of designer series paper cut to the right size. You will have 2 pieces of bedazzling paper cut to the right size, and 2 pieces of basic white for stamping. And you will have enough ribbon for 2 cards. And I've lost the name of this gold ribbon, but I love it right now. It's so soft and easy to tie. So I'm going to set that aside. This is the card that we're making. In my sample card that I made a few weeks ago, I did not have a nice black image, so I'm hoping today to get a better stamped image for you. But I'm going to show you how to mask. So that's how we're going to get the girl's bouquet of flowers on top of her jacket. So let's get started. You're going to need a block with the fall bouquet. Get some stamping paper here. You're going to need a block with the legs where she has a jacket on instead of a dress, and you're going to need a block with her socks. The socks are this tiny little image right here, and they are the feature in this card that sold me on the whole set. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to be stamping on this tall, thin piece of basic white. We're using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. You could use any color on this because we are not coloring with blends. I just almost always go to black Memento. So we're going to start with the flowers. Okay, or I guess it's like wheat, fall bouquet, whatever it is. And we're going to go near the top so that there's room for her legs. Okay, let's get a nice image there. Very nice. And now I'm going to come in. I have made a mask. So this is a Post-it note. It's sticky at the top. It probably should have been sticky at the bottom, but either way works. I'm going to put this right on top of that stamped image, and then I'm going to come in with her legs. I'm just going to hold this down, and I'm going to use the clear feature of these stamps and stamp right over that Post-it note. And when I take the mask off, look at that, perfectly under her hands. This piece I will save. What I generally do is put it inside my stamp case between the cover and the plastic, between the cover and the paper, I guess. And then I just save it until I need it again. So there you go. Let's get my ink pad out of the way before I drop something into it. But now I also want to do those socks. I'm using Blackberry Bliss, but I could have used maybe Calypso Coral, Cajun Craze. I could heat emboss this with gold. That would be kind of fun. But for today, I'm just using Blackberry Bliss. It's the same color as the card background. I notice on the stamp cover that the bottom of her socks are the ones with the stripes, not the dots. So make sure you have your stamp facing the right direction. Okay, again, because they're clear, I can get these right on her legs where I want them. Cute, cute, cute. Now, at this point, you could go ahead and you could color all of this girl if you want, but I have opted to leave her black and white. I just wanted her legs to pop, her little socks. So now I need my Designer Series paper, my gold, my white, and my background piece. All right, so let's start assembling. I'm going to start by folding my Blackberry Bliss paper in half. You can score this using your score pal or your cutter. Okay, so the Designer Series paper goes on the bottom. I'm using mono liquid adhesive. The nice part about using liquid glue is that it's a little forgiving. So if you get things crooked, you can always slide them around. This should fit exactly on the bottom of your paper. If it doesn't, you can always trim just a little. Okay, that looks pretty good. Looks like I'm going to have to trim just a little bit. I'm going to use my long scissor for that. And that happens. A little sliver off there. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere. I'm going to stick this whole set together. Okay, so I'm going to pop up my little girl in tights with some dimensionals. I think I'm going to use 5, 1 in each corner. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. For those of you that watch my videos, you'll notice that I use it all the time. It just replaces your fingers for some of these fussy jobs. And I love it. Okay, so this is going onto our, oh my gosh, I can never remember the name of this, our bedazzling paper. This was one that was a free gift if you ordered during celebration. So this is no longer available. I'm hoping it will show up again someday in the catalog. All right, now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to tie that around here. I'm not going to trim it yet. And I'm going to try to use as little as possible. This is just a square knot. And I know a lot of people always ask, how do you do it? How do you do it? I don't know. I don't know how to teach you. All I can tell you is that tying bows and tying knots takes practice. So just practice. Use some old ribbon that you don't need for anything. Now I want the bow to be in the middle so I can cup this just a little and then I can slide this. I want that to be right over the middle of her hands there. Okay, this piece of ribbon is for the second card. All right, we're ready to assemble. I'm going to assemble this one just flat. You could pop it up if you want, but I'm not going to. I think the gold card has enough of a pop. The gold background has enough of a pop here, and the bow. And the Designer Series paper is also pretty nice, pretty visual. So I don't know that it needs popping up. You certainly can pop it up. You know what? I normally pop everything up. So You can see here how on the second card, I got a much better stamped image. So even her boots are nice and black. So don't be afraid to turn your paper over and stamp again. Okay. This card on the inside could say happy birthday, thinking of you. You could also use the stamp from this set that says warming thoughts to you this season. For now, I'm going to leave it blank because I do not know what occasion I need this one for. So a lot of times I will leave the insides blank until I need them. Don't forget to stamp the back of your card so the recipient knows that you made it. And because this is such a dark card, I'm going to go ahead and try to stamp this one with Rich Razzleberry and see if I can get that to show up on the back. I think it will. If you watched the first video, you can call me out and say, Chris, you forgot to stamp the inside of your card. And you are absolutely right. I did. So I will go back and do that now. All right. Thanks for watching. This was card number 2 for October Cards to Go.